you! Thank you! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special broadcast here tonight. Adrian Matt here at Gameside, and for the first time in just a matter of moments, we're going to be crowning the first ever Rocket League player, the best pro Rocket League player of 2020 for this community, but it could be the end of an era soon. It could be the end of Adrian Matt. As Challenge 1 and 2 didn't go in my favor, ladies and gentlemen, Challenge 3 will indeed commence tonight. It could be the culmination of Adrian Matt's commentary tenure in the Gaming Weekly. We're going to find out if indeed it's my last broadcast. But with that being said, folks, please welcome these two, Timeless and Tragic, because coming up next, it is a one-on-one, the finals of the Rocket League tournament. Man, that's what you call an intro, Rebel. You gotta take some notes here. After weeks of anticipation, tonight we crown the best pro Rocket League player of 2020 for this illustrious community. Timeless goes up against BTTL Tragic to determine the final victor in the finals of this tournament. Hey everybody, welcome to Gameside, Adrian Matt and Rebel T-Time87 at Gameside, and oh my, Rebel. At the early portion of this matchup, it is Timeless up against Tragic. Now, again, we just saw moments ago, Tragic was able to score right there. This could be a huge momentous boost for Tragic. Yeah, not so fast. Here comes Timeless. And I'll tell you, for Tragic, he's entering into a battle. He's entering into a war zone. He's entering into a field full with landmines. And the reason why I'm putting it that way, because, oh, hey, listen, it's a match against Timeless and TGW standards. It's no easy task. Yeah, he is a complete machine here tonight. A one-man wrecking crew. Look at this for the second time. Already in the early portion of this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, 2 points you saw moments ago. It was Tragic desperately trying to block that shot, but it was not enough. It was not to be to avoid this one. Timeless with a second point. Can we be seeing the best pro Rocket League player of 2020 here tonight? Both superstars now meeting him in the middle of the entire, stadium here. I'll tell you, if we're going to be talking about records, Rebel, Timeless is the only player in TGW to actually have an impressive undefeated streak. He is the only one in TGW to have an undefeated streak. And of course, it's a long one at that. Don't want to count it on Tragic, though. Let's not forget Tragic pulling a rabbit out of his hat, so to speak, at the early portion of this match. He was able to get the first score. The question is, can he score any more here? Incredible tournament that has been happening over the past couple of weeks. Oh, my. Timeless for the third time here. Did you see that scintillated shot as we take a look at the replay? Check this out, Rebel. Feel this at home yet again. Oh, it's Timeless who's... Oh, yeah, but it's Timeless who's pulling the rug from underneath Tragic here for the fourth time now. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, this is an absolutely incredible show of display from Timeless. Timeless, one of the greatest, if not the greatest TGW superstar in Rocket League history. You're in for a treat if you've not seen this guy play before. It is an incredible performance thus far. 4 points from Timeless. Oh my God, yep. And does so. We're halfway there, at least for Tragic. Tragic needs 2 more points to tie it up with Timeless. Let us take a look at the replay. Timeless was just so close in avoiding that shot here, but it was not to be because it was Tragic right in the last second. Boom! The ball went right into the net here. Let us not forget the frustrations, a lot of pressure to get on the build behind Tragic. You got to believe that, again, he's going up against the man that won the tournament back in April here, so there's going to be a lot of pressure for Tragic. Timeless already has that experience, and I'll tell you one thing, for Timeless, with that psychological warfare that we already mentioned before in previous broadcasts, it could come into play and factor for Tragic too. There could be a lot of butterflies inside Tragic. It could affect his calculations. Oh my. Talking about the air dribble, right? So nevertheless, though, I'm not going to go too in-depth with that. Anyways, I wanted to say, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you, hey, listen, for anybody out there who has any doubts that Timeless is not a good player, I'll tell you the proof is in the pudding here. He has 5 points already dominated against Tragic. Tragic is really putting a showing up against Timeless. You got to believe that he's been perhaps maybe practicing over the past couple of weeks to try to over-topple and top Timeless himself. But is it going to be enough here? It was a close shot there, but here comes Tragic, being able to pick the boost now, being able to pick the momentum. Can he pick up the speed as the ball now is beginning to slow the pace down here? It's all about physics in this physics-based game on Rocket League. Now, Timeless was so close. He was guarding that net. The ball went away now, and now Timeless is in control of the ball. I'll tell you, this case here, this is going to be so important for Tragic to really stay focused here. Otherwise, he has no chance. It's the wave of momentum that we were talking about for Timeless. For a 6th time, I'm telling you, this may be the night where we see Timeless become the best Pro Rocket League player of this community for 2020. We do want to, and absolutely, we do want to take this opportunity to thank all the great TGW fans, not just that, but also the TGW players who competed in this Rocket League tournament over the past couple of weeks to determine the Rocket League player, the best Pro Rocket League player of 2020. But it's come down to this. It is Timeless up against Tragic. The very destructive Timeless, the very calculated, the systematical Timeless, who's been absolutely incredible thus far in this match. Oh man. But Tragic is really putting a fight against Timeless here. But with just a minute and 36 seconds, though, I gotta ask you the question, can Tragic somehow, someway pull a miracle out of here? Can he somehow top Timeless' score of 6 points? Overtime. A lot of these great TGW superstars really battling in. And oh my, maybe Tragic is trying to find the proverbial chink up in the armor, so to speak, of Timeless. But I think Timeless is going to score. Yeah, he does. Did you see that? That was an absolutely incredible shot right across the field here. Let us take a look at the replay. That shot, of course, off the barricade in great sequence from Timeless, went right rolling right into the net. I think it's safe to say it now. Hey, listen, no knock on Tragic. He's a great competitor. He's a great TGW superstar. But he is in there with, would you agree, the most decorated, the most dominant TGW superstar in history. The Rocket League, that is. Has an undefeated streak as well for a reason. And oh my, we may be seeing the 8th point, and indeed we will. An absolutely incredible show of display. Every single time we see Timeless on camera, he dominates his opponents. Yeah, but for Tragic, maybe this is going to be a wake-up call for Tragic. Maybe over the next couple of weeks after this loss, perhaps, that he's going to be facing in just a matter of moments, maybe he's going to have to try to re-strategize, maybe recalculate. And, of course, precision is a huge, huge factor when it comes to a Rocket League game. Maybe he needs to, of course, recover all of that the next time he shows up in TGW for the Rocket League tournament. As you saw on the screen right there, 30 seconds remaining. He is undefeated, stoppable, and of course Timeless continues perhaps that streak. And for the last time, can we see a score? It does so, 9 points now. And there is no way that Tragic can bounce back, absolutely no way. All credit to Tragic, he did his best in there, but he is up against the legend Timeless here. 9 points for Timeless, 3 points for Tragic. And there we go. It's Timeless going to be the best Pro Rocket League player of 2020 for the Gaming Weekly. Is it going to happen as we take a look at this gameplay continuing on right now? We've been doing so for the past couple of weeks to see who's going to be crowned the best Pro Rocket League player of 2020. Timeless Knight with 9 points. Timeless with 9 points. There's 0 seconds, and he does it! Timeless is your new best Pro Rocket League player of 2020. Not just the Rocket League champion, but the best Pro Rocket League player of this community in 2020. When it comes to Timeless, I'll tell you one thing. If we're going to be getting a new announcer next week, Rebel, he's going to have a blast calling his matches. Well, there is some news concerning Minotaur, and we understand that TGW is going to get with that news over the next couple of weeks. But ladies and gentlemen, all I have to say here for the best Pro Rocket League player, I'll tell you, his achievements, his accomplishments are indeed timeless. Well, coming up next, it is the community-wide challenge, as many people have been waiting for. And I put my spot on the line. Of course, Challenge 1 and 2 didn't really go in my favor. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, it's Challenge 3 of the Adrian Matt Challenge, which could be my final broadcast. That's next. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have, for perhaps the final time, your attention? You see, over the past couple of weeks, over the course of the last 2 weeks, I was involved in the Adrian Matt Challenge, a challenge that I proposed to the entire community. Now, I regret it now, but nevertheless, a couple of weeks back, I decided to give the great TGW fans the power to vote in these challenges. Who was the, declared winner of each challenge? To revisit each challenge, let's not forget, Challenge 1 was a rap battle. Challenge 2 was a dance battle. And you, the fans, voted for Undead Freak 78. So, my back is against the wall. And tonight, it is Challenge 3, the final challenge of the Adrian Matt Challenge. However, if we're continuing the fans' way, obviously, I probably might not be here next week. So with that being said, let's get this challenge going. Because Challenge 3 is a math challenge. Now, for Undead, I just want to say real quick that this could be my final broadcast. And I will miss mainly all of you. The only thing is, Undead, you're about to pull the biggest choke job in TGW history. Ladies and gentlemen, Challenge 3, it's basically what I love to say is, who has less votes? And seeing that you guys already voted for poll 1 and 2, that basically means that you guys made up for poll 3. So now being the sport that I am, I'm going to go ahead and be the gentleman here and let you all know how many points Undead Freak 78 got in total here. And it says, according to my calculations, he received more than 100 votes. Now, with me, on the other hand, I scored a whopping 6 votes. But according to the challenge, as I stated right now, whoever has the least amount of votes would win this one. So, Undead. Oh, wait a minute. That's too bad. You scored 100 plus votes. The rules state whoever has the least amount would win. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Rebel, you can't ruin this. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Adrian Matt Challenge is me, Adrian Matt. It's still the voice of the Gaming Weekly. Undead and the fans, you lost.